adapt to any playing style as long as it's communicated properly through them.
I think so, yes.
Oke, jadi yang saya nanya adalah dengan pengalaman Coach Patrick di Eropa, apakah pengalaman ini akan membuat challenge atau tantangan untuk dia melatih tim di Indonesia ataupun lawan tim di Indonesia, dan sepertinya menurut Coach Patrick dari perspektifnya ini tidak akan jadi masalah karena kalau komunikasinya lancar dan pemain mengerti apa bukan hanya Coach Patrick tapi tim pelatihnya yang ingin di lapangan, ini akan bisa dieksekusi dengan baik. I want to talk about the local talents. I mean, you obviously have watched our national team through videos. You've seen our performances. What are some of the promising young talents that you've seen that you feel you can kind of maximize their potential now that you have a role to lead them as their leader?
Yes, of course. I'm new. I need to check also the local players, of course, because I think the local players are the heart of Indonesia, and the other players are, of course, super important. But I think we need to focus very good on the local players and check the quality of the local players, because I think that is hyper important to implement those players as well, because you want to have also the heart of Indonesia in the team. The quality for me is the most important thing, of course, but yes, in a few weeks I will come back and I'm going to check the local players for sure.
If you feel that the local players are the heart of our national team, with the influx of the diaspora that we have, and we are planning to scout further diaspora, how do you feel their roles mesh together on our national team?
Well, we go with all to the same goal. So the local players and the diaspora players, they need to form one block, one team. And the local players are even as important as the players that come from abroad.
Right. So if the local players are the heart of the team, what would the role of the diaspora players be?
Those are also the heart, of course, because if not, they didn't do the neutralization, they wouldn't come to the Indonesian national team. So everybody is important who I call up for the national team.
Absolutely, and I agree. Menurut Coach Patrick, kepentingan pemain lokal bukan hanya dari sisi talenta, tapi pemain-pemain kita yang dilahir di Indonesia, ini adalah yang menjadi jantung dan jiwanya dari tim nasional kita. Kalau seandainya pemain lokal menjadi jantung dan jiwa dari pemain nasional, dari tim nasional kita, berarti pemain diaspora pun menjadi extension dari itu, menjadi tangan dan kakinya dari timnas ini, dan itu bisa menjadikan satu unit yang sangat baik. Let's talk a little bit about looking outwards. If we zoom out from our national team, we do know that you mentioned Japan quite ahead of us at the group. If we look forward against other teams as well, where do you think the Indonesian national team is at? Where is our level at, and what are we still lacking? In what areas are we still lacking in order for us to compete at a higher level?
Yeah, it's difficult to say because I have not been in the middle yet, so it's very difficult to say what lacking or what are you doing very good. I need to be in the team. I need to work with the team. And if we work with the team, I can say what we can do better or what's already good. So it's for me very difficult to say. Of course, you see the talented players. They have talent. And I know that we can elevate them to a different level. I know that for sure. And that's the thing, that when I work with the players, when we work with the players, they will become better players. I'm 100% sure about that.
Okay. Now, I want to get a little bit technical. I don't want to get too deep into the technicalities, but one of the many questions that everyone is so interested in is, there's a lot of, obviously Dutch football, total football. Everybody loves the Dutch style of playing football. And everybody wants to know, what sort of system are you going to implement? So I will save the media one of the questions by asking you. A lot of people want to know, will you be implementing a 4-3-3? Is there a certain Dutch style of play that you will be implementing? Especially now that, as I mentioned, we do have our backs a little bit against the wall here in our next 4 matches.
You know what it is? I think the most important thing is that I like to play attack football, and I like to have the ball possession. I am familiar with all systems. I was in 2014 assistant coach with Louis van Gaal, and we played the same style that we play at the moment. Preferably, I like to play 4-3-3, but it depends where are the players also feeling comfortable in. So I'm first looking at the players, and then we implement any style, because when you play football, the system will change. And it's 4-3-3, 3-5-2. The most important thing is that the players understand what to do on what moment. And that's where you're going to make the difference.
Adaptability is important as well. Saya menanyakan karena yang pasti rekan-rekan media di sini juga banyak saya udah lihat di sosial media bahwa penasaran nih Coach Patrick akan memainkan formasi apa, apakah akan main 4-3-3 dan yang pasti apalagi dengan posisi kita saat ini yang kita mesti bersaing untuk ngambil posisi untuk langsung kualifikasi dari ronde ketiga, Coach akan menggunakan lebih akan main 4-3-3 dan yang pasti apalagi dengan posisi kita saat ini yang kita mesti bersaing untuk ngambil posisi untuk langsung kualifikasi dari ronde ketiga, Coach akan menggunakan lebih style yang menyerang ya, attacking football, di mana ini juga sesuatu yang dia mengalami di bawahku bisa membantu kita menggarap poin. Because I want to also add on, you mentioned earlier as well about attacking football is something that we do need to implement because there are points for us to be able to try to get this time. It's not. It's a little bit different when we're in the number one at the top of the group and we're just trying to play defensive. We do have to score goals, correct?
If you want to win, you have to score goals, that's for sure. But you have to respect also the other countries and also the qualities of the other countries. But you need to. Your starting position is to respect your own qualities, what you have in the team, and take advantage of every positive strengths that you have in your team.
I'm glad you brought that up. One of the strengths of our team, and I'm sure many people here agree, is our back line. I think our defensive line is one of Indonesia's strengths. But in attacking football, you know, we talked about this slightly a little bit, where if you're playing attacking football, you really have to have a lot of trust in your back line.
Yes.
Is this something that you see as a benefit for us because we do have a strong defensive line, that this is something that will be benefiting your playing style?
Absolutely. It's very important to have a good back three or back four or back five. But the most important thing is that confidence with the ball, because I love to have the ball. And what Johan Cruyff always said, you can't score when you don't have the ball.
Okay. Nice, well said. Saya juga agak coba menggali sedikit mengenai taktiknya Coach Patrick, di mana seandainya Coach Patrick menerapkan style of play yang lebih menyerang, ini juga akan, kalau defensive line-nya tidak kuat, bisa menjadi sesuatu yang jadi bisa di-expose sama tim lawan. Tapi dengan backline, saya juga menyatakan bahwa saya pribadi dan saya juga yakin rekan-rekan di sini setuju bahwa lini belakang kita sangat kuat. Dan saya tanya apakah ini menjadi benefit untuk style of play-nya Coach Patrick. Dan menurut dia yang penting sih kita saling mempercayai dengan masing. Kalau kita tidak memegang bola, kita tidak bisa mencetak gol. Dan menurut saya itu sangat logika jawabannya. Let's shift our conversation a bit because I want to give our reporters a chance to ask some questions. I want to talk a little bit about Indonesian fans. You touched on it in the beginning. Indonesia passionate. Everywhere that you've coached, I believe you've faced very passionate fans. What is your strategy to be able to basically convey to the team that this is your fan base. It is a huge fan base, and you need to garner this passion in order to motivate your team to be performing at the highest level.
Yes, you're right. But I think that Indonesian fans, what they showed me already, they have an extra passion. I played in a lot of countries, and I saw a lot of passionate fans. But Indonesian fans are, an extra spice, I think, and it's good. And the players know this as well. They play for their country, So the most important thing is that all the fans are standing behind the team, what they do,
Okay.
and we will manage the rest.
Alright, saya juga menanyakan dengan pengalaman Coach Patrick melatih di berbagai negara dan di timnas Belanda, di mana fansnya juga sangat suportif. Tapi menurut Coach Patrick, fans bola di Indonesia ada di level di atas lagi, di mana kita sangat-sangat passionate dan sangat mencintai timnas kita. Tapi menurut dia ini sesuatu yang bisa diharness untuk membuat timnas kita lebih semangat. Tapi yang penting kita bisa menyatu untuk dukung timnas Indonesia. One last thing before I kind of shift, give a chance to some of our friends to ask some questions. In regards to the playing style philosophy, are you going to try to garner some of the local players? You mentioned earlier that you will try to kind of get to know some of the local players.
Yes.
Are you planning on making some visits perhaps, or perhaps talk with some of the local players? What is your plan going forward?
Well, for sure. This evening, I already have a dinner planned with 5 local players.
Okay.
To get to know him a little bit better. So that's already the beginning. And for sure, next month I'm planning to come back here in Indonesia and to see more of the grassroots here in Indonesia.
So you'll be visiting other areas as well? Okay, so saya nanya ke bola di Indonesia dan Coach Patrick, malam ini aja sudah ada rencana untuk bertemu dengan 5 pemain lokal kami dari timnas Indonesia, dan setelah sebulan kemudian dia akan kembali lagi ke Indonesia untuk tur ke beberapa kota dan bagian di Indonesia untuk lebih memperkenali diri dengan tim-tim, pemain-pemain di berbagai daerah, bukan hanya di ibu kota tapi di luar daerah juga, untuk memperkenalkan diri dan juga lebih mengetahui pemain-pemain lokal dan apa aja yang terjadi di dunia sepak bola di luar ibu kota. One last quick thing, you have played with several, to say the least, world-class players, and obviously you are one of them. What interesting prospects, and I know you might not be able to tell me too much about this, but there's been many rumblings about, I wonder who Coach Patrick will be able to convince to come to Indonesia. Have there been any kind of discussions with anyone? Perhaps you can give us a bit of a teaser or a heads up as to what's been happening lately in regards to possible Diasporas joining our squad.
I don't know if I can tell it, Mr. President. Well, I personally have been speaking with a few players who can be naturalized to Indonesian passports and everything. So I don't know if I need to say a name, but I am busy with it. I can say one name perhaps. It's Jair Ridwan. Speaking with him, and we're trying to get him naturalized as soon as possible.
Okay, and I think that is one of the obviously
One of the be more.
hopefully, and because there's many names thrown out there, many of us want to know who they are, but obviously that is going to be in your hands and your coaching staff.